What's up, everybody? What's going on, folks?
Up all night.
We are here.
Good to be back, y'all.
It's been a while, but we are back.
I got Mars Magma next to me. I am next. The host, Mars Magma, is back. Back in the city.
Oh yeah, we're finally back for season 2 of the Up All Night show.
Some good
Up
shit.
All Night, man. We are excited to be here. Hello, everyone.
Hope you're having a good Thursday.
It's a Friday morning now, but
Well, yeah,
it's still Thursday.
The end of your Thursday into this
Fuck
late.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty early. I'm not tripping.
Yeah, we're having a couple drinks, man. We're
Luckily, because of some of our experiences before, we didn't have too many technical difficulties. We wanted to make this happen or not. I didn't even think of making this happen or not, but I'm pretty sure Mars wanted to make it happen.
It was a little spontaneous, but we
I mean, yeah, might as well.
That's the only way to do this, man. We're fucking happy to be back, though, man. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a good night. I know he just said that, but fuck, dude. We're excited, dude. Shit, it's been a long time coming. But, oh, yeah. Oh, shout out to Rish in the comments section.
Where he's really
getting
Is he?
live.
What's he saying?
He's excited for Up All
I can't
Night.
see
He's
right
like,
now.
yes, Up All Night. You can't see. It's right here.
Hey, what's up, Rishi? Shout out to Rishi. Yeah, we'll probably see him if you're down in the weekend. Or probably
Yeah,
let him know what's up.
He's probably going to swing by here
Rishi's
sometime this week. Maybe do
Perspective Collective showing love, man.
Oh yeah, shout out to Perspective Collective. Shout out to everyone listening. Everyone that I've met throughout this past summer. These past couple months have been really cool, man.
Hey, yo, by the way, did you get different internet or not?
Internet? Yeah, I think we definitely did.
You got a better internet now?
I'm not sure if it's better, but
I'm sure it is, because what you had before, I'm like,
it sucked. I don't know what it was.
I'm almost sure it is. But
I'm on Spectrum, I think.
there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Finally, because you were on some bad shit. That's what I've got. So, but all I can say is, dude, I think the stream is probably running well, and I'm sure Rishi can. Whoever's watching besides Rishi,
What's the stream sound like out there?
The audience could more than likely hear
Give
us
us a
well.
verification. What's the stream sound like? We're gonna
Once
start.
the video hits, you know.
We're gonna start some music here too in a bit, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's
for
probably
that,
we'll start
too.
off quick too, because we're just glad to have the
shit.
stream running up. We run into problems earlier, but like I don't know. I'm just like this dude. I'm happy to actually see the podcast running again, man. I'm already fucking drunk myself. Just
Fuck yeah, dude.
having a couple of drinks. We're already just like getting pumped early about nothing, basically. Just fucking the fact that we can just finally have more voices on. That's really what I'm excited about. I like seeing the characters on this fucking show, including myself. You know, like even watching it. That's always a funny thing to do. I think everybody can relate to that. Like when you watch yourself on video afterward, you're kind of just like, damn, do I look like that? You know? That's what I do. I just fucking sometimes I listen to myself. I'm like, damn, the fuck, did I just really say that? And it's never like bad shit. I'm just like, god damn, what the fuck? Where did I lead into that? Basically, you know, you can hear yourself ramble and I guess reflect on that and be like, damn, how the fuck did I, just spiderweb the conversation? And I like hearing that with other people too. It's just interesting. And like I've mentioned to this dude earlier, Mars. My bad for cutting you off.
No, go ahead.
I was just mentioning it to him earlier in particular. It's not like I have a massive network that I talk to or anything, but I really don't know many people right now in Fort Worth, at least. There are probably a couple of podcasts. I will say there's plenty of people that podcast in the city alone. I'll say that. But I meant like this whole little, the dude's like got a lot of. I was telling him the theme of it, the majority of it, it's like just music. And
We're gonna keep it that way. Art, music.
Mario has that charisma where it's just like, I need to get people who are just, it's got a voice. He really doesn't give a shit what you're saying or what you're talking about as long as you're really passionate about it. And I guess he's willing to hear you out. I mean, I'm sure the dude has his opinions, but the dude's a host for a reason. Like, the guy's getting voices on, and that's really why I'm here, shit. It's going to be interesting to see the voices we're going to have, like, in this season. You know
I can't wait to see who's willing to come on, but I'm sure we're going to have quite a few people come on
that's
and
what
say
I'm
what up.
saying. People really, like, I was surprised. Like, I've just noticed, even when it's brought up, just people they just all of a sudden become interested when there's a microphone and there's an audience, you know. And even if they're not the type to use the mic, and they're not even musicians, people just want to talk sometimes. Like, they want to shoot the shit. But
Dude,
the idea of a podcast is just, I think, is also intriguing to people. So they really want to see if like you're a bullshit or not. And then when you tell them, it's like, no, you want to call? If you can't come by, you can call in. You know?
Yeah, eventually that's gonna be a point where people can call in. But yeah, you can't bullshit people like on this, because some people can hear through your voice. They can tell you're bullshitting them. But
basically,
Hey, but Rishi said his sounds smoother than season one for
Yeah,
sure.
basically. Are you looking at? He's probably watching it in 480. He's probably watching it in 7. I wonder if it can stream it in
He
7.
says he says shit's running like a god. Sweet, sounds
I'm really
good.
glad that Rishi's watching, man. Shout out to Rishi. Cheers to Rishi. The dude's active as fuck. He's a night owl. Like, if
He's
there
been
ever
working
were
on a
any.
lot of new stuff himself,
And
hasn't he?
yeah, and he's just no mess. I have some, but it's the guy never stops working on shit. But you know, he can speak for himself in the sense that we're working on shit. I'm actually I'm trying to finish a song for the dude, and I'm gonna be playing a guitar solo on one of his songs. And I think the song, fuck, I want to say it's called Reborn, but if I'm mistaken, he'll correct me. That's what he's naming it. It's a beat I produced for him. But on like a larger note, I guess I'll just plug this. It's from an album that he's working on right now. I believe he's calling the album The Alien or Alien. And it's just a big project, or like, you know, his bigger project that he's working on. I think once he's done with that, you know, then he'll probably explain that, you know, in the podcast. But I wanted to bring that up just because that is one of my current projects that, like, I have a rough. I think I have a rough of it of the beat. I'll showcase the incomplete beat that I have.
Like he says he's watching through his Xbox One
On 720. Oh, damn, dude. Good shit. Okay.
And by the way, Eduardo says it sounds like shit, and it's not the internet. So
But that's not the internet. My shit is running like God. Okay.
Song title, Like the Birds. It's me and X for making. Oh, you guys are making a song.
Yeah, my bad. I said Reborn. Reborn's like a beat that he sent me. But it's called Like the Birds. It's like, yeah, it's just a really soulful song. And I went try hard on it. I went pretty try hard. And now I just got to add like some guitar parts and a solo to the end of it.
No, don't stop commenting. He says he's going to stop commenting. Keep
Nah,
commenting,
man.
dude.
Definitely.
We dig it. But speaking of Rishi, I mean, dude, anytime I do this show, I have to.
He's going to play the song.
The song to start off the show, and it usually starts off every show. And dude, I can't. Here, this is a classic. Dude, do you remember this one? We used to cover this.
Yeah, that was the tune, man.
Dude, this was the shit, dude. Hold on, all right, making sure I'm on the right one, but yeah, we're gonna take a little music break and we'll be back.
Tunes.
Yeah, we'll be back on, folks. There we go. It wasn't connected. We'll be back, folks. Up all night.
Sorry
way worse. Dude, Rich, that's a
Drunk
classic.
Somewhere, Texas, man.
Dude, Drunk Somewhere, Texas. That's on the.
I actually haven't heard that song in a minute, but every time I hear it, you know, it's the same feeling. It's just a fucking waved out. Just, it's really, really delicious song. That's the best way I can put it right now. That's how I'm feeling. It's a delicious and loud ass song.
Yeah, we're sitting here conversating, but in between we'd stop and kind of like enjoy our favorite parts. But dude, that's a classic song. Classic from Richie, man. Shouts out to you. Thanks for watching the show tonight, man. Huge. We got him watching though. But fuck yeah, dude, we dig it. Yeah, dude. Eventually, yeah, hit me up, dude. When you want to come by and come kick it with us, I'm sure it'll be us. You're here with Nex and all. But yeah. Also, I can't wait to hear what else you got coming up. I'm always a fan of my friend's music.
Yeah, like I said, that dude's got an album called The Alien coming out. After that, I don't know what he's doing, but I know there's gonna be a lot of shit. All of us are gonna be doing different shit. Like, man, I got tons of beats, and a lot of the beats that I'm not using or that I don't want to use, this dude want to pick up on. So it's just interesting to see. It's gonna be a point where I'm just gonna throw a lot of these different, just like scrap beats and shit, and see what people can build on. I'd always like to hear that. I haven't gone like basically gone through fully and just like built the playlist for someone or an MC or whatever, or like my collective, and just been like, well, here's 6 or 7 solid tracks. And that's why I want to make an EP, and then after that build a tape for my collective, and then at that point I should just go ape shit, you know, like the same shit I'm doing with your stuff, like the project that I was in. I'm still working on that, like the project that I mentioned to you, one of the original projects that I want to work. Yeah, remixing your music.
Letters to Mars.
Yeah, Letters from Mars.
Letters from. Oh,
yeah, and it's basically all your shit from anywhere from like 2011 to 2015 ish, I'd say, that I liked, and I'm gonna cut it, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna build a remix masterpiece basically with it, and then like I want to like implement it live. So what I'm planning on doing, I'll just say it now, I want to make that an album, but on top of that, you're gonna hear an album version of it, but when I do it live, it'll have dedicated guitar parts to it that only you'll hear live when I do guitar to it. Because I mean, I've jammed guitar to your songs like a lot of times, but when I remix it, it's gonna be a whole nother version of it, you know. And I want to do that too, because at least I know I have your music and I have the rights, and I won't get fucking sued for it.
Yeah,
like, that's a good fresh idea.
I'll probably sue your ass though. I'm not sure.
That's fine.
I can give, as long as I get some money. What do you got? You got some beer? You got
I'll pay you some like
extra greenery.
Some fucking.
No, you actually got some pretty sweet games. You got like
some ramen,
some ramen noodles. Fuck yeah, I'll go ahead and take that. No, but you know, you talking about even you making that. You also you've been working on stuff yourself.
Yeah, a lot of random.
You have a SoundCloud as well. This is something new. This is something you didn't have last season when we're doing this. We're talking about this. Something you've been working on just recent these past couple months, and dude, I've been hearing a lot of it. Everything I've heard, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of different beat works and
really
like
unique,
looping,
dude.
And then I have this. I guess like the word is series, but it's just a little thing I do. It's a playlist, but way better fucking word. It's a better way to put it. I got a playlist where there's tape loops. So like they're like these parts, they're beats they're loops that I build that can be played off as beats. But sometimes I don't feel like finishing them. So what I'll do is I'll cut them, and then I'll run them through a tape machine that I have. It's a Panasonic tape machine that I found. It's from like the fucking early 90s, I think. And you could basically run any sort of audio through it, and then you can speed it up and down, and it gives you this sort of like DJ screw effect. You can it messes with the pitch and the overall, like it warps the song in its own way. And so I grab those loops of a beat that I've already made, and then I'll warp it through that tape machine, and then I'll record what's coming out of that into my computer. And so I'm basically getting that live real sound of like a tape machine, but I'm just, you know, I'm basically just putting it into data so I can upload it onto my SoundCloud and, you know, compress it from there and then just ship it out. And I have 2 loops so far.
I'm here looking at them.
Yeah, and I've built them both fresh from scratch. All the samples that I've used weren't other people's songs. I've actually gotten some royalty-free shit, like just like random scraps of female vocals and like my guitar playing and just like little like fucking drum sounds that I get off a drum machine, and I built them. But what you hear in these loops is basically the byproduct of an already completed beat, but morphed. It's just morphed and slowed down. And I would just say give it that actual like very, I wouldn't call it dry, but just that tape feel. Like if you've ever listened to anything through a cassette player, then you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Is it something like the vinyl sound, like that?
Yeah, but it's very much the you know what I mean? There's the vinyl sound. That's the crackliness, but there's not. Then there's a cassette sound. Like if you ever had anything close to a Sony Walkman, anything that played a cassette, you know, and you heard it through headphones, then you know what I mean. Or even if you just heard it through like a one set little speaker, and you hear what I mean. Like, check this out. Like, Mars got like, you can play one or two. I got two of these loops up, and we'll just play I got three. See, that's how fucked up. I forgot I just released a third one. This third one, by the way, is more trappy. So the third loop that I have on here, that was a slowed down trap song that I didn't want to fucking finish.
I'm yet to hear these as well.
And so,
but, do you want me to start these? I could start with 3.
You know, you can start with whatever, but that's basically part of what I've been working on. It's little shit that I throw out there because whenever I don't want to like make some long ass,
I've never heard
like
this
thought out
either.
beat.
I haven't heard Thinkers,
dude,
or Paths.
You really haven't heard Thinkers, haven't you? All right, this is the first time Mars ever hearing Thinkers. I'm just gonna say for the record, like this is my first time telling Mars in person. This song, dude, it's a remix of your music. The guitar part, you're gonna recognize it immediately, and it's a song that you haven't released on your SoundCloud. I tried looking for it to source it, but it's something you gave me. It's on my hard drive. It's part of the folder that you gave me like about a year and a half ago.
Wow, yeah, because I gave you a big...
You're gonna recognize the guitar parts, and like it's insane. And if you don't, then we can always list it. But pretty much, we can find this song afterward, and I can show you where I can skeletonize this shit basically. But Thinkers is a song that's a whole different song. It's not a tape loop. Thinkers is a track on my SoundCloud that I remixed one of Mars Magma's. The guy you're hearing right now, I remixed one of his songs basically, and that was one of my first attempts next to like some ambient song that I did of his. But
and I'm yet to hear this, so let's check this out. And
I did this one drunk too. It literally, even like the album art, if you look it up, it'll probably be linked, or if you go to my SoundCloud. Yeah. But the album art is just some nice, like, I have no idea who the fuck did this, but it's just like some dude like in a powdered wig, like drunk as shit, leaning against a table, and then his homie's like under the table, shit face. You can see like his shoe, and they're just like, he just looks distressed, and like he's around a bunch of instruments and like wine bottles and shit. It's pretty neat, but it's Thinkers by yours truly. Enjoy.
Check it out. The link is below. We're up all night.
It's a short one.
And we'll check it out. It's a short one. We'll be right back here in a sec. Up all night.
Yeah, but that was Thinkers earlier.
But yeah, I was. Yeah, you're describing where the song came from. I almost didn't recognize it. But yeah, I did make it.
There's a little guitar set that little. It's a loop basically, if you didn't notice, but it's
It was at the end of one of my albums I put, and it was the very end. It was like an
yeah.
outro.
That probably is on YouTube, but it's not on your SoundCloud. That's
Yeah,
a better way. Should have said that shit. Now I'm gonna hunt that bitch down on YouTube and like source it.
It should be on
Cause it's a really good ass song. It's a really sentimental song too. It's like one of his like more melancholy songs. It's not beat at all. It's not like uppity. It's not industrial. It's not acidy. It's like the dude, like, it was just very, very fucking, it's a chill, heartfelt song.
You know,
And
SoundCloud.
I just pitched it down, and I liked that guitar sample that you used, and I just used dun, 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 ba-dum, bum.
It's like the old man talking. It's like a song.
Yeah, it's got an old dude in the background talking. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. But
And he's talking about.
I'm surprised I thought he had heard that song because it got decent reception, and yeah, it's like it's first time hearing it. It's cool. But
He added it to my Facebook, but that was cool. I like hearing what you've been making, man.
And then there was the tape loops, and I forgot I even made a third one, like I mentioned earlier.
This is recent too. This actually
it
is
is
10 days ago.
Yeah, this one hasn't gotten any plays at all, just because I didn't announce it, I didn't share it on Facebook or anything. I just uploaded it. Sometimes I just upload it, and like it's got one listen.
I don't share any of them. I share every now and then.
I do, but like some days I just want to upload it for the hell of it, because I just feel like I just want to throw it in.
Man, fuck it, I made it.
I'm gonna put it in there for archive purposes and shit. Yeah.
Huge fan of my friend's music, dude. I have a lot of talented friends. You want to go ahead and play? We can play one of these tape loops real quick.
It's up to you, man.
I'm absolutely into it. We'll play the last one, this most recent one.
This is a trappy one, but yeah, this was originally a quicker. Had a bunch of hats and stuff, and like different snares and shit.
Yeah, you make some pretty quick songs.
But this one was that slowed down basically, and then it's pretty cool. It's a minute 30 basically.
Quick minute.
It's a tape loop, so this one's gonna be. It's gonna sound flatter. It ain't gonna be as loud as the last song, but that was the purpose. So enjoy.
All right.
Be back. Loop 3.
Just like that. And just like that, they
tape
just
loop 3, a quick one. All my shit's pretty quick, you notice, and that's why I'm about to work on an EP very soon. I haven't even started. Like I've got 2 beats that I think I want to throw on it, but you know, sometimes you get like a weird version of writer's block and shit. So you don't know if you're confident in those tracks that you want to throw on. But I just need to throw them in. I need to throw them into the fucking into the lines den and just fucking let it get eaten up. And so it's just a start. So I want to make like a 6-beat EP. The shit you usually hear on my SoundCloud, I got longer beats, and I've been working on releasing longer beats, but if anything, I've been saving those for the EP, because for the most part, I like to release small shit and snippets, because I've learned to work with that too. That's where I started. I just did guitar loops to begin with, so I've been doing that shit with beats, and yeah, it's good to evolve. Shit, there's a lot of good beat makers out there too, and I'm trying to take from too. I've as of recently, I've discovered new like local beat makers and shit, and other beat makers that I knew weren't like that were popularized. Let's say that were around my city. Like I've learned that like there were Arlington and Dallas beat makers that I didn't even know that I've been listening to that were from here basically, or from this area, I guess you could say, which is cool as shit. Because I mean, I grab influence from that. They're doing good and they're getting good shit, fucking reception. That means
a lot of good
part,
artists.
yeah, part of the area that they're from probably digs it. So you know,
do we
that
have
gives
to
me
reach
some
out?
confidence, you know?
There's so many good artists out here we have to reach out to, and even
Most definitely.
collab with. Like I feel like maybe they have something to bring to the table.
Yeah,
that we
if they're willing, you know, because a lot of people aren't. Some people don't do that, and like I
Most
don't care. I
definitely.
respect that. It's whatever.
I respect that too. There's
But I'm also the type that, you know, I'm not a dick. I'll work with you if you can sit down, if you can talk, you know, we can work with shit. And if you like what you hear, then I like what I hear. Fucking, that's what it's about. If you can got that frequency, then it is what it is. And that's what jamming's about too. That's why we learned that from jamming. But you know, writing is a lot different for people and shit. So that's what I've been learning, you know, to deal with when it comes to like I've learned that too, just working with like Rishi and shit. Whereas I would just write like just basically working on a beat and a guitar part, and then like passing that off, and then the rest of it, like basically what people are gonna get from that song is not me producing it. It's more about what he's singing about. You get what I'm saying? And like learning how to deal with that in a positive manner, because it's not a bad thing. It's just more of like, it's a really cool thing. It's more of like an external, like basically the best way I could put it, it's just you're building like you're building the base of a shoe, and then the singer or the vocalist or the MC is basically building the whole top part, you know, like the upper part of the shoe, where like the lacing and all the intricacies are gonna happen, all the embellishments,
cream on the cake,
basically. And like you dealing with that is it's an interesting task. Let's say that the least, you know, because I mean that's just. It's interesting because you have to really like, you got to separate yourself. You got to just throw the beat out sometimes. You can't really like, if you feel a swing to it, you got to stick with that swing and then like finish it. And that's what I've been trying to work on, because I've been trying to make like, I don't know. It's helped me out basically, like working with people that are singers or MCs overall, people that work with their vocals. It helps too because they work on a different level. I've learned that, you know, they definitely work on a different level. You know, it's like a same thing with like a bassist, drummer, guitarist. You know, like if a lead guitarist is trying to sit there and jam out with a drummer, it's not always gonna work out. You know, the lead guitarist needs to understand, like, I'm with the drummer. Like, this dude's he can keep beat, but I'm not just gonna solo over his beats. That's not how it works. You know, like I would need to jam with the drummer. So, you know, there's ways to. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, other people can fucking implement it different ways, but that's just what I've been working on. It's helped me out working with like a singer slash like fucking rapper, MC, or whatever the hell he wants to call himself. The fact of the matter is the dude works with his vocals in a lot of different ways, and like it tests me, so it's just like fuck. And that's good. That's all I'm saying. It's like you gotta test yourself. It's interesting.
Consistently, because things consistently update around you, and there's always something that, like, just because you knew it and you mastered it 5 years ago doesn't mean you can still master it today, because things around you steadily update and upgrade.
And you may have been good at something, like you may have been really good and quick, like in my case, I feel personally that, and I don't mean to sound like a narcissist, just bring it back to me, but I can only relate to what I feel like as a musician, that like at one point when I was younger, I was quicker and more dexterous, so I was like, I could hit like faster notes and do more like intricate shit.
I remember that.
Like, yeah, I was a faster player. But now I've basically gotten more involved into the soul of it, you know, and that's because I've worked with a singer, and like I've been trying to, but the same sort of deal that when you hear Black Sabbath, it's like Ozzy necessarily wasn't like the most gospel, like Ozzy Osbourne was not Robert Plant, you know. He wasn't he wasn't Brian May. My bad. Brian May's the guitarist. He wasn't Freddie Mercury.
Yeah,
he was by no means.
They're their own monsters almost.
Exactly. So like, the thing that made Ozzy in many ways was Tony Iommi, and like just his writing, and Geezer and Bill Ward, you know. But Tony Iommi's tuning and like how he wrote for Black Sabbath made Ozzy like use those that kind of like he could basically the same way Jim Morrison could get away with a lot of the shit that he did because of Ray Manzarek, that organ player that he had. Like Jim Morrison like had that lazy drunk actual singer style, and you know, but fucking Ray Manzarek, like that dude's guitar
his guitar style, what was
I mean, that dude's fucking organ style was so fucking sleek that like it was just sounded sick. Like if you know what you've heard the Doors, but the Doors have they're distinct too because of Ray, dude. That rest in peace as well. That dude's like fucking. That dude was a beast ass guy. Basically, I looked at my influences like that because I mean, a lot of us love those bands. I mean, I love those bands, shit. And you make it work basically, and you make it work with like your singer. It's not about like what frequency. I can have like a 10-star, 10+ trained singer, but if this is how I look at it right now. This is how I feel about it in just making music. And I've been successful in at least like in entertaining people, and I can say this at least about making music with people. I can have a five-star singer, trained world class, like next to me, and I'm playing guitar, and we can sound good together. But at the end of the day, I'll still feel uncomfortable. Reason being, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy, or I wouldn't have enjoyed the jam out with that singer. Have it be, you know, a female or a male. It would have sounded beautiful. It would have been some of the best shit I probably ever played with someone. But if I don't have a relationship with them, if I don't know them personally, if I didn't have like the time, like if I didn't spend time with them and like actually talk to them and understand them as people, it would be invalid basically. I don't think it would be my best. You get what I'm saying?
You wouldn't be able to loosen up.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Better. It's
So,
easier
like,
with friends like you and I.
Exactly.
When we grew up, we played video games before we even jammed.
Exactly. And you know what it's like to sit there. You knew what it was like to sit there and pour your fucking heart out in your instruments in front of like people. You don't do that in front of everyone. You don't sit there. And then there's everything down to like body language and eye contact and like you're thrashing, like you're mobbing, like you're sitting there fucking thrashing with your brothers. And you're jamming. You're on the same key and the same tune at the same groove. That's a religious experience. And if I haven't had that religious experience enough times with just like, you know, the person that I'm writing with, it's not gonna be very simple to make like, you know, I guess magic. You can make good shit. I'm not saying you can't. Fuck no. You can make things that'll make people dance, and you know, you can by any means it'll probably make people bob their heads and they'll enjoy it and maybe motivated by it. But that's just me coming from like the I guess that in that profound sense where like, you know, you kind of want to have that relationship with somebody. You want it to be a part of either a brotherhood or someone that has some sort of lineage in your history of music where you're like, man, you know what, we go back, or you know, actually you and I come from but sometimes, don't get me wrong, there are exceptions. There could be someone you meet from out of nowhere that kind of shares a similar sort of style and you may click, and I've yet to see that. But as of lately, I've been successful. It's a really good formula to sit there and actually understand the person you're making music with to than just treating it like mechanically and just being like, man, I just want to throw out some fucking like some raw ass shit. You know, I just want to bust a nut over a beat, or I just want to I just want to shred. I just want to shred over this fucking, you know, this crazy ass like metal riff. You know, I just want to fucking sit here and do a bunch of amazing licks. That shit is dandy. And it sounds sick, but after a while, I don't know. I think there's more expressive. There's more room to express than that shit. But it is what it is. People do what the fuck they have to do. I'm just here to learn that. That was my main point. It was that like working with a singer has taught me more than just being like, you know, an automated thing where it's like, oh shit, I'm gonna start fucking ripping my guitar at this point in the song. That's not what I'm made for. No. There's other fucking points of the neck where you can make the instrument just sound ridiculous. And you learn that with a lot of different people and shit, you know? Like, that's why a lot of the weird shit that I started doing initially, I credit to fucking, like, Jimmy Page or Led Zeppelin whenever, like, I was young as shit. Like
huge influence in, right?
Yeah, like...
Especially then, back when we were younger.
Like most dudes that saw him do shit, like, when I was younger, everybody probably felt that way, that if they played guitar... Whenever you saw Jimmy Page get a violin bow and just start fucking using his violin bow with his guitar and like this really ambient way, it was stupid. It just sounded like angels, it just sounded like angel wings. It was stupid. It just sounded angelic as fuck.
What song in particular? So in case people are listening,
there's a performance that he did on a DVD. I think it's in Royal Albert Hall, and it's in the middle of Dazed and Confused. So Dazed and Confused already is like originally it's recorded as a large song. It's like 8 or 9 minutes. It's a fucking fat song. It's about 8 minutes, and that's a long ass song considering the energy that they played at and like, you know, all the shit you gotta do. So when they played that shit live, they basically go on, you know, like Led Zeppelin's been known for that. A lot of bands are known for that. Most bands do that. They go into a progression, you know, like in the middle of it, they'll do a little jam out and then go back out into the end of the song or something. And Led Zeppelin was notorious for doing that with Dazed and Confused, one of their best songs, like obviously one of the most popular songs. And there's a part in Dazed and Confused, and even in the recorded version, where you just hear like weird wah and like a sort of a scratchy, like violin-y kind of sound with the guitar, and that's what he's doing. He's scraping a bow across the you know, the bridge and the strings and like playing particular notes. Yeah. And he does that live. Like that. He does that live at that performance that I'm talking about, that Royal Albert Hall. And they were really young at that time. I think it was just like when that album had just come out, Led Zeppelin 1, or self-titled. And I saw that. I had a DVD. I was like in 9th grade. and I used to watch that late at night, like in my brother's big ass TV. When he wasn't home, I don't know where the fuck he would be at, but I would just sneak into his room and I would use this huge TV. I'd sit there and like steal his internet, and like when I wasn't looking at porn, I was watching Led Zeppelin, and literally, and so fucking, dude, I saw Jimmy Page just like do that. After that, I was like, this is not traditional. Because before that, my biggest inspiration was Kurt Cobain. I used to just watch him smash shit, you know, and like just. Most of us like Nirvana. I think like everybody likes fucking at least like 2 or 3 Nirvana songs, or a whole fucking album.
The
for that
easy
matter.
band to get into, but they had
such a crisp band. And so before that, like I was my only like influence was Kurt Cobain. So when I saw Jimmy Page and I saw him experiment that way, after that I asked myself like, what the hell are you trying to do with guitar? You know, like if this guy already did this like in the mid 70s.
Yeah, you have to be the next level.
Yeah, what the hell do you want to do?
Yeah, you can't just replicate what they've done and try to
take some time. Because don't get me wrong, it's not like I did anything amazing after that. I got into metal after that because I like the heavy sound. But I still questioned myself. Even as I was playing more metal, I still questioned myself as to how I approached it. And like, you know, my regiments and shit, you know, and it's like, that shit's fun. And now that I'm working with a singer, you know, and like, now like you know, now that I'm making beats, I gotta like, you gotta step out of the way and like kind of envision or hear someone else's voice through your shit, and it's not by any means, it's not easy. It's not supposed to be, but you know, it is what it is. It's actually it's really beneficial though. It helps you. It busts your ego in a way where like, it's a better way to put it. It takes you out of your shell and shit, your creative shell. And
you need that sometimes. You absolutely need to get out of that.
Yeah, definitely.
If anything, you know, speaking of randomness, we're gonna go into we have a friend that's a vocalist that we know that's real talented, that does his own thing, and I like that he continues to stay kind of on not trying to get any record label type bullshit. He's on his own thing. And
talking about
B Ryan, oh, he's doing his own thing too.
Okay.
He's traveling, but not him. I'm talking about our boy Willie S.
Oh, Willie S, he's nuts.
He is. This is a song from him. One of my favorite songs that he actually makes. But we'll be back up all night.
Fort Worth, East Side.
Fort Worth music, bro.
Fort Worth.
Cause I'm still up on my job. I say stayed up kinda late, cause I'm trying to be on top. I got bitches on my bitches on my jack. I be rolling in the cut, catch me rolling, I be rolling in the cut, yeah, I'm rolling, catch me rolling, hey. I'm the best and I mean it. About to cook, yeah, the chef got the season. Out the roof of the Benz and the Beamer, Lil J and your scoop, they gon' flex, the whole team is. Been gone from the scene cause I'm scheming. I'm on for a week on the beach like I'm dreaming. And y'all been so sleepy, I ain't noticed I creeped in. I crawled through the ranks, run to the bank. Fly to your chick, give a dick, she get thanks. But what y'all say, all your hypes in the tank. My hunger is growing and so is my plate. Preach for no purpose cause they do not listen. My verses are perfect, the practice is vivid. I'm sure it was worth it. Access is shifting, relaxing with this. It's passion and pimping. And in my glass, I don't ask for permission. I'm in my own class while I'm passing you bitches. Get my pass if you listen. This pad my religion. I be rolling, I'm just rolling in that. Hey, rolling in the rolling, I'm just rolling in the catch me rolling in the cut. Hey, ain't no need to get acquainted. Blame on me, they can't contain it. Pain gon' bleed and make me famous. They gon' see that I be painting. Smock on, blast off, get my spot on. Cash raw on your spot gone. If the cash short, I don't talk long. I'm a bad sport, I ain't dapping none of y'all. I'm out rapping all of y'all on me. They say they want feature for free. I done put all of this work in. Now I'm finally making them see. Everything is what I said it's gonna be. Gotta get the fam out the street. It's another way. They giving minimum wage, but pain isn't cheap. So we on the block, we swap for the feet. My mind disagreed. Feel like I haven't had time in a week, but my mind isn't weak. It's my time, I'ma shine while I climb to my peak. Hey, hey. Bitches on my, hey, bitches on my job. I got bitches trying to hate. I got bitches on my, I say, bitches on my, I got bitches on my, hey, bitches on my job. I got bitches trying to hate. I got bitches on my job. I say, bitches on my job. I got bitches on my, hey.
Oh, what's up, go? What's up, everybody? Yeah, William S. with Rollin'. That's on. You can find that on the links below. I'm still here with Nex. Yeah, that song he did a video for, and he was rolling through the neighborhood for like Fort Worth. He was rolling in certain
in downtown, right?
Okay.
I saw him in downtown. Or it was like a.
I was doing it number 2. The video he did.
Yeah,
he was.
I saw it. Yeah.
He was in downtown, which was cool. Downtown Fort Worth.
You should link that too.
Yeah, that video,
You
right?
should have linked that video.
I should have, right?
Song,
Yeah, I'll definitely do it for the next one. But yeah, that one in Roland he did a video for. And the Roland, he was in the neighborhood on this one. It came out kind of cool. But holy shit, though, man! There's so much new music that actually kind of showcase. But nice little rip there. But damn, this is a nice Thursday night / Sunday morning.
/ Tuesday morning.
Tuesday.
Here in North Carolina.
It feels like it, right? North Carolina.
This is season 2 of the Up All Night show, man.
Yeah, this is first
Did not
episode,
expect
man.
this.
This was completely just off the hook.
As
We just
usual,
completely
unplanned, but this is how it's gonna be. This is how it usually is. The tunes.
Yeah, what do you got coming up, dude? You got a couple plans? In the
I'm
near
buying
future?
some shit. I'm actually buying a synth this weekend. I'm gonna up my
Yeah,
hardware game. I'm gonna buy me a micro Korg XL, and then so I can build different layers and shit to my beats, and hopefully get done with some shit. Get done with some shit, basically.
Yeah, you've been excited about that. Can't wait to hear how that turns out. Because anytime you kind of get a hold of something
crisp. Yeah, man. I love getting hardware. Just different kind of equipment. It's just I'll sit there and try and find different ways. It's just
master that, like, just completely become a master of the new whatever instrument.
experimentation is definitely a
Big
I
part.
don't know, it's beneficial as fuck for me.
Hey, you were talking about that you were getting a little hungry. Or
Yeah.
how you feeling? Yeah, because I can hear it in your voice. You sound like a little low on energy or something. The way you're kind of
I
talking.
want me a cheeseburger.
Dude, that's usually the kind of feeling, right? After a
Basically,
couple
right.
beers, shit, it's like, fuck, I can have me.
After like 3 or 4 beers, fucking.
'Cause I'm like
Damn,
right there
dude,
with
this
you.
intro, dude, I forgot all about that fucking sample. That it just caught me off guard. I always use it.
Dude, I don't think I'll ever get rid of that. It's always gonna be the thing. Hey, dude, shouts out for Rishi, fucking keeping up with the show, and he was
Yeah,
listening.
he's
commenting,
still
dude.
up. He's
Rishi
definitely
is-
still up.
He's definitely he lives the up all night lifestyle for sure.
He does. He fucking does.
I'm getting back on that shit too myself. Like, I'm starting to wake up later and later every day.
Fuck.
I hate it, but fuck, what else you have to do when
I wake up early as fuck because I make breakfast and shit.
That sounds
It's
tight,
nice,
dude.
it's
What the
crisp.
fuck? Make
I
breakfast.
don't know. It's like my body does. I just wake up hungry than a bitch, and I force myself to do it.
And then wake and bake. Yeah, that sounds like work for me. Force myself. I ain't got nothing to do.
It's good though.
It is good for you, dude. I do that shit like half the year.
It helps. Fuck it.
It's a good change of pace, man. If you're doing the same old
I think
every day-
I just did it every day. That where like I just automate it as fuck. Breakfast goes hard in the paint.
Hey, fuck it. You got to do what you got to do there. Right? Work-wise, I need to take a quick restroom break. You know what? I'll go ahead and play a song, dude. Here's another one from the homie Willie S. Another one he made a video for. Check this one out, folks. Links below if you like it. Here goes, since this is doing it. Number 2. We'll be back.
Hey. Yeah. Hey. No, I ain't had the perfect family. I never spoke to my dad, I think he was mad at me. And maybe that just played a part in my insanity. Shout out my girl, and I thank God that she can handle me. Let's get it started right. I'm going through the motions, that's just a part of life. Ocean coasting out in the west because my art is tight. Your wifey Skype me, she just said I hold her heart tonight. I'm pissed because y'all shit is shit, but you say you want all the light. Swerve. kid swerve, thinking you big shit because you using big words. I say, swerve. Kid swerve, we stay rolling off the top. Boy, I feel like Big Worm. It's a Friday too. Rendezvous with beats until they fried and chewed. If you from the city, I've inspired you. If he say I didn't, then he lied to you. I'm fired, yeah, you kinda knew, but now I'm blazing you. Say I'm surprising you. This guy a fool, the sky's the limit, never that. Rise until the devil mad. Razor, come and tell him that. It's so good, should sell him that. I'm so hot, give hella jab. No hella jabs, propeller raps. You see the goat, gorilla back. A bleeding soul make angelic tracks. I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it. Ask me what I'm doing it. Just keep it going. Yeah, I'm doing it. Why all the best things in my life be bringing agony? Look, it ain't adding up, no, it ain't math to me. Girl, I seen you from afar and you a masterpiece, an acid peak. No games, but I got jokes, so come and laugh with me. Now what's the difference between interest and intimate? Beginning from the end, you'll figure when the pen scribble it. Forest fire, I ain't a little lit. And y'all ain't official as my 10 is, just like the Wimbledon. Been snapping lately, and I'm asking crazy just how I could prosper, but the answer crazy. The practice rate may require doctor. My last display was not fading what I got in the pot. I pop up out of nowhere, don't go there. I gotcha. Watching our moves like I'm Michael, the cycle cleaner now. They all washed, I did my job, but they don't need me now. My heart freezing, see now I don't believe a smile. They did me breezy, so I'm scheming, wow. And out, yeah, I'm doing it. Doing it. Ask me what I'm doing, I'ma tell you that I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Hey. Yeah.
Yo, another one from Rishi, dude. Another great one from Rishi.
That was William S.
What was I thinking? Holy shit. I was another one from William S. Holy shit. I'm over here.
Rishi earlier, yeah.
Yeah, multitasking over here. Sorry, folks. Another one from William S. Doing it number 2. Yeah, and it continues. It's still moving. Let me go ahead and stop that. Yeah, we're discussing something. We're discussing something next, and I was multitasking as well, and also talking, which it's also hard to do when you're drinking. Yeah, it's been up all night though. Holy fuck, this has been it's been great to kind of do this all over again and have my friend here who helped me in the last season. It's cool to finally do this again, and yeah, there'll definitely be more soon coming up.
Mars will probably be back like in an hour. He knows this shit for a fact. He's gonna have like fucking 3 more drinks, and then come back and talk this shit and play the tunes.
It's either that or go make a chicken sandwich, and that sounds really good too.
Dude, chicken sandwich. Oh.
Chicken sandwich. This homemade. This is with rotisserie. We're like just cut up the pieces from the.
Shout out to rotisserie chicken. It's donk.
Fuck yeah.
Rotisserie chicken is a donk.
Fuck yes. You guys ever been to Sam's to get that rotisserie chicken? That's just the bomb.
Chicken all around.
I have that shit just sitting there waiting, so I'm probably gonna go eat that. Either that or continue this. I haven't decided. But thank you guys. Thank you Nex for being a part of this. The first show of this season 2. It is labeled 73, but I mean this is gonna continue. I want to make sure I have them numbered, of course. But everyone who checked it out,
yeah, we're basically starting off season 2.
Thank you. I thank you for listening and taking the time out. I really appreciate it. There's gonna be more of these. You guys want to comment?
If you're still listening, and if you're listening afterward, please check the links below for all the different artists you heard, or just fucking click on them.
And also,
do yourself a favor and just check out different artists.
Fuck yeah, do yourself an absolute favor of checking that out.
Shit out there.
Go support these artists, because you know, just because you're not popular or big yet doesn't mean they're not good. It's because you're undiscovered.
Honestly, these are the kind of people that will notice. For the most part that I know
and appreciate.
They'll notice and appreciate. And they'll be like, all right, you know.
Because believe me, if you've ever worked on something,
is all they've got,
and try to show somebody and then have them just give you a feedback and it seemed like it was genuine, then it just feels good having just feedback from one person. Imagine from like 5 or 10, you'd feel insanely grateful. But this is to everyone. Cheers to everyone. Thank you for listening to the first episode of season 2, and I hope you listen in more. And if you have any questions, you have anything to say, send me a message, and eventually end up having my the Up All Night hotline on, so anyone can call and you can chime in whenever. But I won't always answer. I won't promise I'll always answer, because certain numbers I don't answer. I won't answer numbers that are blocked, because it's like, fuck you. If you're not gonna tell me who you are, then I'm not gonna tell you.
Disclaimer: blocked numbers will be rejected.
Absolutely. But I will have a hotline, and it will be open for everyone and anyone. But anyways, this has been a great show. I want to once again thank Nex. Rishi, thanks for the comments below and checking out the show.
I'm
Thanks
gonna
for
watch
everyone,
this shit
Eduardo.
as soon as I get home, when it's like, you know, when it's at least cut.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
Yeah.
like, now that you have better internet, this is
Let's see what it sounds
we
like.
keep. I mentioned this earlier in the podcast, but I really wanted to just shout. I guess we're hype about it. I'm hype about this in particular because when he first started this and I was helping him out, dude had the most trash internet of all fucking time, of all time. Like,
I had no clue either.
I felt bad for him, but he couldn't do anything. He was like in a gridlock situation. But I think he got a better ISP, so this is to that. Yeah.
But yeah, now everything's getting more official, more legit. So let's see how this turns out. Anyways, it's been Up All Night. Hope you enjoy yourself. Keep getting drunk. I might do another show. It'll be, I guess, an extension. Anyways, I love you guys. Have a good night. Go get you something to eat. Go clean your ass. I love you, folks. Peace out. See you later.